So what is going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 6 of the Sunderland career mode. And we're kicking off this episode with a game against our arch rivals, which are the likes of Newcastle. We are at the Stadium of Light, and this is going to be one of the most important games of the series so far, as this means the world to the Sunderland fans, and they do not want to lose to Newcastle. So we're going to really be putting out our strongest possible team, and we're going to be trying to win this and to try and gain faith, or even more faith than we've actually got within the Sunderland camp. But unfortunately, they do get off to a good start here and play a lovely ball through to Hatton Ben Arthur, but a very good save there from Kieran Westwood. Denies them, thankfully, from going 1-0 up, but we do lose the ball in the 20th minute, and Cabaye has a wonderful shot which I thought was going to end up in the back of the net, but thankfully it just went a little bit wide, and I was very grateful that didn't end up rustling in the back of the net. But here, a lovely ball plays over the top. Loic Remy is through, but a wonderful save there from Kieran Westwood, and a wonderful block which I thought was going to be given a penalty, but thankfully it wasn't. And a very poor throw out from Kieran Westwood there, and they were through once again with Jake Chiote. He plays the ball out to Hatton Ben Arthur, and a very good shot, but a good save from the keeper. And we only managed to get the ball cleared to the edge of the box, but then we do manage to actually regain possession. And here, just after half time, Mavrias puts a lovely ball in the box. Altidore gets up, but very good save. But Lee Cattermole does amazingly well there, showing his determination to try and get onto the end of that ball, which he thankfully does get onto the end, and scores a beautiful goal there, which puts us 1-0 up in the 49th minute, so just after half time. I couldn't believe he managed to squeeze it in from there. I was very grateful for him for squeezing it in from there. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird today, because I've had like man flu. I've had quite a bad flu, but Giacchini has a wonderful shot here, but it just went wide, and I thought that was going to go in the back of the net, but unfortunately for me it didn't. But we were still pressing, and we wanted another goal, because obviously one goal is not a good enough cushion when you're playing the likes of Newcastle. But Bakali does very well here, plays a lovely ball in the box. Benteke gets up, unfortunately doesn't win anything, but Mavrias gets the ball, and this time he puts a lovely ball in the box. Benteke up he goes. Bakali, good acrobatic shot there, and then the keeper does very well to actually save his second shot, which I thought if this didn't actually hit the defender, that might have gone in, but unfortunately the defender was there to deny us. But we still had to try and defend really well, or we had to try and get a goal. From here, Altidore puts a loaded ball in the box. Benteke gets up, and Benteke fires it into the back of the net with his head there. 62 minutes had gone, and we were now beasting and feasting this game. And this is going to be, or will turn out to be, the biggest victory so far, or the victory that will mean the most to the Sunderland fans, which obviously I want to impress, and impress the Sunderland board as well, because obviously I want to impress every Sunderland supporter and everyone that has something to do with the Sunderland lot. But Cabaye there couldn't keep his cool, and he ends up firing that over the bar, which Kieran Westwood does very well to actually come out and close him down to deny him there from getting a clean shot on goal. But thankfully we did end up winning this game 2-0. As you see here, we did make some substitutions towards the end of the game, just to try and waste some time and to put some fresh legs on to try and run past or sprint past the Newcastle centre-backs. But we did have another chance throughout the end of the game. As you see here, Mavrias does very well here in the 94th minute, plays a lovely ball through to Barini. Barini does very well here, cuts inside on his right foot, a very good shot to Cattermole, and Cattermole unfortunately hits the post with his left foot there, and Newcastle managed to clear the ball. But we end up winning that game 2-0 against Newcastle at the Stadium of Light. One goal from Benteke and one goal from Cattermole, so I was very delighted that we had managed to get that win under our belt, as that is going to be one of the most important wins for us so far in this series. But then we had an away game at Hull, and Hull have got a pretty good side, and they're doing well so far in the Barclays Premier League. But we did not have our strongest team out for this. We had a weaker side, but it wasn't that weak. We still had Benteke, Cattermole. Oh, it's pretty much the same team. I think Dawson and Ryan Bennett come into the squad. But here, Danny Graham, our former man, or we still own him, scores a goal against us, which, wow, it was gutting, to be honest. I was really disappointed when that goal ended up going in, because it didn't look like a good shot, but when you see from the replay, the keeper really had no chance. But we wanted to try and get goal back. Mavrias puts the ball in the box. Dawson does very well to get up, but unfortunately it just goes wide. It looked like that was going to creep in the bottom corner, but unfortunately for me, it looked like Dawson just got a little bit too much on it, and it didn't end up in the back of the net, so I was a little bit disappointed there. But we're going to keep pushing, and we're going to never give up until the final whistle goes. But in the 25th minute, Benteke does very well here. He plays a lovely ball through to Altidore, and Altidore had to try and put a good ball in the box, which he does pretty well, to be honest, but a very poor shot from him at the end, which I was disappointed about because I wanted him to unleash the shot there. But a very good save from Kieran Westwood there. But unfortunately, Tom Huddleston, the 90th minute, was there because we're all out attack at this stage, and he manages to then put them 2-0 up. So very disappointed loss for us there, losing 2-0 against Hull City. So I was very disappointed about that. And our last game was up at home at the Stadium of Light, up against Manchester City. So I didn't think 1 minute I was going to win this game against Manchester City, because Manchester City are just a team that's out of this world. If you look at their team on paper, they have got the best team in the world, because they have just got the amount of millions they have spent throughout the years trying to bring in teams, players, and to create the best team in the world. But here, the 44th minute, Jovetic does very well here, has a good shot, but Yaya Toure is there to head it in, as Kieran Westwood couldn't get up in time to stop that shot, and we were now 1-0 down just before half time. So the worst time to concede, we go and concede. So things just wasn't very good, to be honest, especially after losing against Hull, and we need to try and get a win against this. But a very good save from Kieran Westwood there. But at this stage, it didn't look like we were going to be attacking at all, because they were all over us throughout this game. But Benteke does very well here, has a very good shot, but a wonderful save from Joe Hart there, as I thought that was going to rustle in the back of the net. But unfortunately, they had England's number 1 in goal, and he pulls out a sublime save to deny Benteke there. We put the corner in for Barini. Benteke tries to get up, but unfortunately he couldn't. And they do then go on the attack in the 70-something minute. Jovetic gets the ball, has a very good shot, but a good save there from Kieran Westwood. They do put the corner in the box. Milner takes a corner, puts a lovely ball in. Yaya Toure on the edge of the box, plays the ball to Julian Lescott. They have a strike. Unfortunately, we could not get the ball clear. And they come straight back in the 78th minute. Guidetti here and side foots that past Kieran Westwood, leaving him no chance whatsoever, and that was pretty much game, set and match. So that was how the game finished. We ended up losing 2-0 at home against Manchester City. I suppose I can't really complain about that, because Manchester City, I don't really expect to be beating Manchester City anyway. And here we have our first squad report of the series, and here you go. So first of all, we've got Kieran Westwood, who's gone up +2, 76 rated now. Next up, we've got Jack Colback, gone up +2, 73 rated. Moby Diakite, same for Robergo. Selectka has gone up +1, Catamol's gone up +1, Gabbiacini's stayed the same, Dos Santos gone up 1, Josie Altidore stayed the same, Connor Wickham +2, so I'm very pleased with him, Bakali +1, and then we move on to Sebastian Larsson, who stays the same, Mavriash +1, Dongwon G +1, Fabio Barini +2, Christian Benteke +1, best rated player we've got, +1 for Kino Manone +2, and then we move on to our youth players, which have gone up a little bit, which I'm pretty pleased about, but then still not good enough to be making first team football. But then Craig Dawson +1, and we move on to Ryan Bennett +1, Cabral +1, Craig Gardner stays the same, Vaughan stays the same, Carlos Cuellar stays the same, Phil Barsley same, Senna -2, Danny Graham stays the same, Billy Knott, and that is it for this episode. So please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you next time on whatever that episode might be. Bye bye.